Hello and welcome to Geoh's Junk, where I show you some recent acquisitions that, depending on your view, may be treasure or junk. I haven't really talked about it much on this channel, but I love going to thrift stores, and I've been visiting them for years. The thrill of the hunt always excites me. Though, maybe this is just me, but has anyone else noticed thrift stores getting worse lately? It's like finding things in store is hard enough, and if you do find something good, it's usually overpriced. Take this Dartmouth Value Village for example, selling a sun-faded, beaten to hell and back Trackmaster Thomas for $5.99. What? In what universe is this condition equal to $6? Also worth noting, these individual die-cast models for between $5 and $7 a piece. What happened to the thrift in thrift store? I guess with the rise of identification tools like Google Lens, everything has become a rare collectible and no longer a cheap toy. Rant aside, it's made thrifting a more strategic experience where finding deals now is essential. And over the past few months of thrifting, I'm glad to say that thankfully, I think I've found some decent stuff. Firstly is a staple of thrift stores, the assorted toy bag, and I'm so thankful this thrift store decided to pack their items in random assortments for $5 rather than individual bags. Buried under this weird Transformers thing and Toad from Mario Kart is Trackmaster Green Salty, based on an episode I've honestly never seen. This variant is certainly unique, but is basically just the standard Salty in green plastic. Nevertheless, it's still an interesting pickup and a nice throwback. And also lurking in the bag is the total opposite of a throwback. We have an all engines go Percy and Bruno. Now before the angry children and unfortunate man children spam the comments telling me to destroy these or use some other unfunny antidote like #NotMyThomas, I want to say that I'm pleasantly surprised by these. AEG is not my thing. I'm not huge on the stylization, but I appreciate how much of these toys actually look like the characters they're supposed to be. No longer is Percy an elongated green tube or a scrunched up blob with wheels, but is now a pretty well-shaped representation of his on-screen counterpart. Hell, even that Salty from before looks pretty bad compared to his appearance in the show. I gotta give this reboot of the Trackmaster line credit where it's due for actually experimenting with the height of the trains instead of just sticking to the tunnel clearance established by Playrail. Personally, I would have done this years ago in 2014 when Revolutions was released, but better late than never, I guess. Bruno is also a pretty good model, but it feels really cheap and flimsy compared to Percy, probably due to the softer plastic he uses as well as the wheels and axles being one molded piece, which I'm not a fan of. The faceprint on Percy isn't the cleanest, but is really fun and a cool concept of making it 2D rather than a sculpt. So a pretty nice surprise overall, especially as I probably would not have bought these on their own. Lastly is something I was not expecting to find at all, the JacksPacific's plug and play Thomas & Friends Right on Time game, for a total of $3. Plug and play games are basically exactly as they sound. They're ready to go, needing just to be plugged into the TV to play, and the fact that the unit itself is shaped like Thomas just adds to the appeal. Thomas's funnel acts as the joysticks while his tank caps hold a button. I haven't been able to test or play it yet, but I'm really interested to, especially as there are 2 releases of the game with slightly different sprites and graphics on each. But even on its own, it's such a cool piece. So that's what I've found thrifting lately. It's been slim pickings, but I'm happy with it. But what do you think? Did we find junk or treasure? Let me know in the comments below, and if you like Thomas, check out my main channel where you can see me customize Thomas models. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and check out my link tree for more. I've been Geoh, thanks for watching.